Hi everyone, welcome to my second upholstery video. In this video I'm going to show you the process of upholstering yet another corner sofa. This time the fabric I will be applying has a small Q pattern. I will also teach you how to make a cutting plan, which will tell you how much fabric is needed for the upholstery. Let's get started. First, we're going to measure the entire sofa from top to bottom and from left to right. Keep in mind that you also need room for stitching. I use 1 cm excess for the stitching. This sofa is 135 cm in width. I will need 1 cm excess left and 1 cm excess right. So I will need 137 cm in total width. Here is the list of all the measurements. Now we can make a cutting plan. We basically have to puzzle all the pieces inside the size of the fabric roll. The fabric roll of this particular fabric is 145 cm in width. Usually the fabric is woven from left to right and you work your way from top to bottom. But this fabric happens to be a railroaded woven, which means it is woven in a 90-degree angle. That is why I rotated my cutting plan and start working from left to right instead from top to bottom. This way of weaving makes it possible to have wider fabrics that are patterned from left to right. On my measurement list, I wrote down the abbreviations of the corresponding parts of the sofa. I also write these abbreviations in my cutting plan, which makes it easier to check if I missed anything or not. It can also come in handy at the moment you will start cutting the fabric to look back and see how you made your puzzle. When all the pieces are part of the cutting plan, I can calculate how much fabric is needed for this project. Add up the topmost numbers and behold the total width. According to my cutting plan, I will need a little over 10 meters. But since we are working with a patterned fabric, I would like a little room for shifting if needed. So the total I would recommend is 11 meters. Now let's start working with our hands. We have to remove the bench legs, the crocodile clips and all the staples. One down and 2 more to go. Now it is time to take the sofa cover apart with a seam ripper. Since the 6 sides of the 3 elements are all the same, I will only take the center element cover apart. The left and right sofa are pretty much the same, but do have different lengths. Do not forget to make marks and notes to be sure you will put the pieces in the right place when sewing the new fabric. Before I cut the new fabric, I will measure the pieces again to make sure that they fit in the right place to make a continuous pattern. Here I am triple checking if the pattern is an exact mirrored copy. When it is in place, I will put some weight on it so it does not move. It is important to keep in mind that when you work with a pattern fabric and you want to sew two pieces together while continuing the pattern, that you don't forget the 1 cm excess on each side. Before I finish the sewing, I want to make sure that the new cover fits correctly. I put the cover on inside out, that way I can make any marks if needed or stick some pins at the places that might need adjustments. The cover fits perfectly. Now let's finish the cover with an outer seam. It's time to put the staples in. Let's finish this sofa with a cover cloth and put back the bench legs and crocodile clips. Next up is the center element. I thought when putting the cover on that the fabric was a little too loose. I decided to take a few centimeters in at the center of the cover and finish it with an outer seam. And here we are, finished. Now let's take a look at the end result. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching.